What's up everyone, welcome back to another build. Today we're going to start work on the new series where we're going to be building a cityscape for this bottom shelf, so let's get started. One of the biggest challenges for this build is going to be the fact that we're going to have to work around the shelf and the fact that the legs are going to limit both the width and the height of this build, so I've got to take that into consideration as well. Another thing I've got to take into consideration is the fact I'm going to be raising the platform for this build by using 2 plates and a brick so that I can make the buildings level with the height of the road. So I have to remember to calculate for that when considering the overall height of the build. To make sure that my base plates are strong, I'm going to be reinforcing them from the bottom using some bricks and plates just to give the upper base plate some strength in the grooves. And I'm also going to be making a channel for the roadways so that the roads can slip right into it. So after I have the base plate structure finished, I'm going to go ahead and start putting them into the actual space just to make sure that they've been built the way I want them to. At this one, I'm trying to go right from edge to edge. And as it turns out, 36 studs is exactly as wide as my shelf, so that's perfect and it sits in there great. I'm also going to go ahead and add the road plates at this time. Just slide them into place, make sure that they fit well. And then I'm going to add the last little bit of backing just to make sure I've got it all measured up correctly. Next up, I ordered a bunch of CaDa building kits to add a few buildings into the space. A few are going to be built just the way the instructions are laid out. The others are going to be kit bashed. I'm just using them for parts. And the reason I'm using the same CaDa kits, even though I've already built a couple of them here, is just because I think they were great kits and I wanted to be able to lay them out a little bit differently down below so I could see different angles of them. Plus they come with a great variety of elements, so this is going to be great to use some of these extra kits that I bought for parts that I can use elsewhere on the diorama. So once I have one building built, I want to kind of lay it out into the diorama a little bit just to see how it's going to look up against it, what I'm going to be dealing with as far as space is concerned. And then I want to go ahead and slot it in to the diorama, see where we're going to be as far as height is concerned. So I knew it was going to be close with this one, and it looks like this is going to be about the max height I can put in this side of the space. And here you can see just how close we're going to be. So, I mean, we're talking barely any space to clear. And we'll have to be extra careful when designing a building around this bar because that gives us even less height clearance right there in that area. Next step is I'm going to go ahead and assemble the other 2 kits that I want to build in completion. So I'll just use some of these base plates here. And I'm going to go ahead and lay all the parts out, get everything where I want it to, and we'll start assembling this. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I'm wiring the kit as I'm going. I want to try and use their wiring system this time around with the USBs, so we'll see how this ends up turning out since it's included. Once those 3 are assembled, I kind of want to start loosely putting together a street plan for this. I have a bunch of custom buildings that I'm going to be including with these 3, so I have to figure out how I want them to look in the spaces and where I want to position everything. But for right now, this is where I'm going to end off. I've got these 3 kits built out, and I've got the base plate where I need it to be. I've just got to wait on a few more parts. I'm waiting on a giant Webrick order to come in for kit I'm going to build in this space, as well as a few kits that are going to be coming in and around these other buildings, so stay tuned for that. As always, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will just see you in the next build video.